rock and roll trucker.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Trucker, the channel that likes to rock and roll, the channel that likes to play. We love to eat, we love to truck, we love to see the world around us and just have a big old time. Come on in and have a seat, let's have a good chat. We'll tell you where we're going, we'll tell you where we've been. Yes, that is me playing the music.
Good morning, everybody. We are at the TA in Cartersville, Georgia. Exit 296, if you're familiar, I bet you are. We just splashed a little bit of fuel to get us through the day to the end of this pay period, which ends tonight. We are headed to Flowery Branch, Georgia. And when I say we, I say me and all of you, with that unexpected trip home over the weekend and some changes coming up with the employment gig and all with the where I'm leasing the truck onto. Erin decided to just go ahead and stay back home with the doggy and take care of some stuff there. She's got some work things and just getting everything back in order at home there. That was kind of a short run she had back out here with us, she and Dash, but we enjoyed it. It is always nice to have my co-pilots in here with me, keeping me straight and keeping me in good company. Those are my number ones in life right there, outside of the kiddos. Erin and Dash are my people that and I'm referring to Dash as people, listen at me. Dogs are people too. But Erin is absolutely my foundation in life that keeps me moving and keeps me supported and helps keep things working and just generally keeps me going. So it's always good to have her back in here. But she's at the apartment, and that's where I'd like to be. But we're headed out, like I said, headed to Flowery Branch, Georgia. We had a first come, first serve open appointment today, starting somewhere around 8 a.m. I was just kind of killing a little time there. I fueled up, and my windows needed cleaning inside, so I took a minute to get the Windex and the paper towels out and clean all my inside windows there, and that is looking much better. It was due for that, so we were a little ahead of schedule there, so we needed to kill a few minutes. We're about to go hop back on 75 here, and I feel like I probably killed enough time to kick myself in the butt and land in Atlanta morning traffic. No time is really ever a good time to go through there, but right about now is when it starts to get stupid, particularly with, as you can see out the front on the roads and on the windshield wipers, it's raining. So that always complicates things. But that's where we're headed. We're headed southbound, and then we'll be going around 285, circling around, and then we'll kind of be headed back northbound. It's like we're going down to go up. Flowery Branch is up off of 985. I have few and far between ever been up through there, once or twice when I was with West Side before I purchased this here truck. Maybe once or twice way back when, but I don't even remember. So it's been a while. Hopefully we get a quick unload there, and in a perfect world we'll find another short load, a couple 100-mile short load to pick up and deliver today and add on some last minute revenue to this pay period. Other than that, I don't know. I'm probably going to try and see if they can just keep me in the southeasterly area this week, because I believe I'm going either Friday, Saturday, or Monday, sometime over the weekend or Monday. I'm going to go ahead and return their trailer and ELD and all their paperwork and all that good stuff back to them, and go ahead and make the separation and get ready for the orientation for the new gig that we're signing the truck on next week. And as we get closer to that, I will talk a little more about that company and talk a little more about this company and my parting thoughts and everything. Well, as of right now, I have no intentions of trashing my current gig. I'm not gonna badmouth them or anything like that, unless something just goes horribly wrong between now and then, because it's some things I think could have been a little better, but for the most part, just the whole situation was kind of a victim of the current spot market that the whole entire thing is reliant upon right now. So it's not the best situation for them either. And I know they've got some other drivers that are doing pretty well and everything, but I can only imagine they must be ones that have their trucks completely paid for, or are just literally willing to run their trucks till the wheels literally almost fall off, which I've almost been doing to this truck anyway. And I've been a little more picky about my freight that I will pull, because I just am not going to pull anything that falls below my operating costs. You know, I got told the other day, well, in this market, you can't be picky. Like, well, in this market, you have to be picky as far as I'm concerned, or else you're going to be running for 90, 95 cents a mile, dollar flat a mile and stuff like that. And unless you've got a 100% paid for truck, 100% paid for trailer, you've been in the game for a long, long time and have, some of the lowest insurance you can get, and got the best fuel discounts possible, that's not sustainable for anybody else that has overhead. So I very vehemently disagreed with them when they said, well, in this market you can't be too picky. I said, in this market I feel like you have to be picky. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Right or wrong, that's where I'm at with it. But again, I'll get further into the ins and outs of this gig and talk about who I'm going to next and everything here later on as the week progresses. But again, like I said, I'm not going to trash these guys. They help me out, to get me going and everything, several different ways. So things I would like to have seen different, but nothing that I'm going to trash anybody over. But for now, I'm going to navigate this rain and get ready to get in the city, and I've got allergies and sinuses acting up over here. Nobody wants to be involved in that. So I bid thee farewell for the next few miles until we get probably where we're going and figure out what we're doing next. So y'all be good, and we'll get you back in the jump seat here very shortly, hopefully. See y'all in a bit. And we're back for a bit. We just finally got unloaded over here in Flowery Branch, Georgia. We had what should have been a pretty simple, quick, easy unload. Ended up chewing up near 2 hours. We're about to pull out of here now. We're going to go pick up a literal garbage load. Going to pick up some scrap cardboard bales to run down to Stevenson, Alabama. We're picking up in Marietta, Georgia. We're going to deliver this down to the aggravating West Rock paper mill down in Stevenson, Alabama, for some quick last minute end of the pay period, last bit revenue to get on this next coming up check. Not a ton of revenue, but it's going to add up to nearly $3 per mile, for the line haul. So not really crazy about the load. It's not a ton of money, but it's reasonably simple money. Every dollar counts right now. That'll get us back over relatively close to home too, so you never know. If they take the load early and get me in and out quick, we'll see if we might end up being able to swing back by the house again. I don't anticipate that happening, but we shall see. If we've played, depends on how long this load and unload takes. I don't even know. Playing with the split sleeper and stuff might be able to loosen things up there. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, we're making a few end of the pay period relatively simple dollars. Now I'm trying to get a little distracted. I'm trying to get out of kind of tight getting out of this warehouse there. They got construction company pickup trucks parked there around the curb. There's just barely enough room to keep my trailer wheels off the curb. Yeah, we're headed, I think it looks like 285 and 85 and everything's pretty jacked up right now, and my map has got me showing a route going through the woods, if you want to call it that, to get back over there towards Marietta. Hopefully that doesn't change that route, so we can do that. It might be a little bit more simple today. Let's see what we can do. We're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants this week, being as it is the last week on this gig. Trying to get all the revenue we can in before we tote the trailer back down to them and drop it off in Florida and everything, and next week fire up on this new gig. We're just trying to scrape up all the dollars and cents we can. Again, not real crazy about this load. I hate going to that paper mill, but this should be relatively easy. But it's going to leave my trailer messy, I'm sure. I'll be back there with the leaf blower and broom and everything, trying to get everything out of there. But little work never hurt me. I've done plenty of it in my lifetime. I don't anticipate I'm going to be done doing it anytime soon. So we're just going to do what we got to do. Just hoping this turns out to be a relatively simple route to get to the load, and I hope they don't take long loading it up. Of course, we know it's going to be heavy. They're going to throw every last pound and bale in there that they can get in there. We don't really have much to worry about other than the Ringgold scale down there, and we can go around that if necessary if we don't feel good about it. I need the cat scale, but when you don't have a ton of revenue coming in on top of the load and you're paying for the cat scales yourself, it's like, ugh. Although that $13.50, that can save you a lot of ticket money, so I'll probably just cat scale it and be done with it. Don't want to part with that money, and they keep raising the prices of cat scales, getting a little aggravating, but it'd be better than getting that overweight ticket, right? What do they get? I don't know what they charge on complete overgross. We used to have to deal with that quite a bit when I was hauling the trash out of the transfer station in Chattanooga. I can't remember. I don't know what the penalty is on it these days, but I don't want to have to pay that. So that $13.50 on the cat scale is really the best bet any way we look at it. So we'll just scale it, do it all legal like, right? We're all about doing. We're all about being legal and doing things the correct way. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time. If you're a trucker, you know. No, I'm pretty good about doing things the right way for the most part. What do I mean the most part? I do things the right way by the letter of the law at all times. For documentation purposes on this video, we're always doing it right. What we're going to do right now is we're going to turn right, and we're going to get ourselves on down the highway. Once we get this load on, I'll take you on an actual adventure here down the intrastate. We'll go through the cat scale together if it looks like we need it. And I'll see you then. Hang out. Wait a minute. Well, here we are trying to work our way out of Atlanta, and wouldn't you know, we hit a traffic jam. And you know what? I'll get one trying to get back into Chattanooga too. I need to be in Stevenson, Alabama, West Rock Paper Mill by 5 p.m. Central Time. And on paper, that looks pretty good. Then you run into this stuff like this. We shall see. Yeah, I got loaded, got to that West Rock facility there in Marietta, Georgia, basically Atlanta, and I was there for over 2 hours, the majority of it just sitting in line. Now I get out of there and I get on the interstate and I'm just sitting in line, and when I get to Chattanooga, we're going to hit traffic and I'm going to just sit in line And most likely, when we get to the West Rock over there, we're going to sit in line. Probably until we run out of hours sitting there. Because that will be coming right around the corner when we get there, too. I was able to do the 2 hour leg of a sleeper split there at the one in Marietta. So we'll see if that works out in our favor. See if it gets out quick enough to really make that have been worthwhile. We'll see. Yeah, I'm tired. I can't. It exhausts me having to do anything with Atlanta. It's become the most useful, unproductive place you could possibly ever be. If the sun is out, it's not worth being there. Not in a truck, not when you're trying to do any sort of work or have any productivity or get anywhere. Don't mess with going through Atlanta unless it's at night. Gosh, I do not like going there. I don't like passing through there. I don't like going there. Don't like doing anything within the confines of the metro area there when it comes to work. I don't really even like to go do anything on leisure there. They've got an amazing aquarium and a good zoo. They got the sports teams. They got all kinds of good stuff to do there. But I don't even like going to mess with it. But we're on the way out. This is for some reason, this stretch coming out of Marietta on 75, just basically every day it piles up here and turns into a bottleneck here too for some reason. I don't know what it is. You'll kind of get just outside of Atlanta and it'll open up and start moving and bang, pow, this stretch for a mile or two every day. It's becoming like that secondary traffic jam in Chattanooga where nobody can drive around the curve. See, I'll hit 2 traffic jams in Chattanooga this time of the day also. So that's just lovely and awesome. But there's backwoods roads, back ways to get from Marietta over to where we're going in Stevenson. But these loads coming out of these paper mills are so dang heavy. It's just, they're not fast, quick, productive ways to get out. Even if you factor in the traffic jams, probably about the same amount of time going either way, but I'm going to burn so much more darn fuel going on the back highways there for the most part. I don't know. There's really no win. There's really no good way to win when you're coming in or out of Atlanta or any around the metro area there. There's just no way to win, really. But we're out of there. We're at least on the move, at least for the next 70, 75 miles until we hit the next traffic jam. We're going to pull over here in a bit, probably go ahead and use the cat scale, because from what I could see when I closed my doors, they loaded it kind of funny, and it looks like on my suspension gauge I'm probably sitting heavy on my drives. I don't have a whole lot to slide back on my tandems right now. I don't have a whole lot of holes left back there to move, so we'll see. We will see. They don't give a crap. They just, as long as they send you out under gross, they don't care how they put it on there. And going back to a facility like that to try and get something reworked, nah, not even close to being worth your troubles. They always have just the big scale. They never have anything that you can axle yourself out on. There's always a line of trucks. I can't stand dealing with that stuff. But it is what it is. As it turns out, or after all this time I'm burning and everything, the revenue I'm getting here is really not completely worth it to slip this last little bit in for the pay period here, but it's an every dollar counts situation. I digress. I'm going to drive, get us on down the road a piece. I got to make a potty break anyways, so we'll probably just do the cat scale then too. And we'll catch back up with you here in a little while. Y'all be good until I see you then. See you in a little while. once again, we find ourselves waiting in line. I just adore going to the paper mills. Went to the West Rock in Marietta, was there over 2 hours. Show up here about 15 minutes before my appointment time, and I get here, check in, I pull around back and get in line with the rest of the trucks. You know, appointment time means go wait in line for a first come, first served dock. Trucking is something else sometimes, and these paper mills never change, and it's scrap paper too. Let me turn you back around here. You see all that junk in the back of that truck? My load looks identical to that. So you get the joy after unloading that. You got to go pull over to a sweep area and clean your trailer back out, because they throw all that crap on there, unload you, and just send you on your way. They don't give a crap that they leave, 20 pounds of that scattered all over the back of your trailer. So no concern to them. They pay you a little bit to haul the stuff, make you wait in line for hours on each end, to where the rate you got really isn't worth it anymore, and then they don't even bother to sweep the trailer up for you. Luckily, I've got my handy dandy leaf blower, or else I'd really be aggravated, but it is what it is. And I'm going to literally completely run out of my hours sitting in line over here. I don't have a load lined up for tomorrow yet. We had a couple of things come across that just weren't going to be suitable. Odd schedules, odd times, just not matching up for anything. So we don't have anything to do tomorrow. We're close to home, and we don't have the hours, and we're on electronic logs. So we'll see what's going to happen. We're going to probably incorrectly use personal conveyance to go find a parking space. No, I would never use anything incorrectly. We're going to pull over at the closest, safest place and shut it down. We'll go no further than the very first parking spot we see in the first parking lot we see, whether it has truck parking or not. Whoa, sorry about that. I dropped the phone. I was in the middle of sneezing. It all went awry. It was a disaster. But yeah, we're here. We made it to Stevenson, Alabama. We're really close to home. We can't do anything about it, really. If I was on paper logs, or if I was just a straight up owner-operator with my own authority, I would figure out how to make it work. But I'm not. And I'm not. It is what it is. Last week on this gig. We're going to move on. Hopefully quit playing with some of this stuff like this. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. We're going to get this week over with and go proceed with life. Yes. I'm going to hop off here. Patiently wait my turn for my 5 o'clock appointment time, because you rush yourself, push real hard, drive as hard as you can, so you're not late for your appointment, just to get here and find out it's first come, first serve at an open dock. I'll talk to y'all later. Well, we're back. Another 2+ hours. So I've spent in the neighborhood of 4.5 hours at West Rock today. But did you see that? Kids that wanted the horn honk, you got to give it to them. They asked for it, I delivered. That's the sign of a quality trucker. I think so. But yeah, about 4.5 hours total at 2 different West Rocks combined today. And they don't allow overnight parking there, so we are just trying to figure out our situation at the moment, because we can't stay there. So we've just kind of got to pull the old safe haven parking card here, because we don't have any other choice. Crazy about having to go where I'm probably going to go. Be a nice quiet parking spot, but it just kind of not where I would prefer to be. see. Yeah, we just, that load ended up, I was just trying to grab some quick end of the pay period revenue, get one last little short thing in for today. Pay period ends tonight, and well, that turned out to be absolutely not worth it, because I ended up spending essentially the entire day on that load, and I could have just ran something that delivered Wednesday or something that paid way more and ended up balancing out a little better. That didn't work out like it was supposed to. That should have been just I should have been left with a lot more day. I should have been left with any day. I should have been done with that hours ago. Just that. I say sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. I've been feeling like the windshield nearly this entire run since I started this gig. That is what it is, am I right? As I always say, we're moving on. We're moving on. Wait, I said I felt like the windshield. I felt like the bug. Yeah, I was the bug getting splattered on the windshield. I'm ready to start feeling like the windshield is doing the splattering and being in charge of the situation. Yeah. Man, I got my campy little saying all wrong there, didn't I? Worthless. We're changing everything up after the end of this week, though, so may good fortune smile on me. I managed to survive all of this. Didn't go broke on it, not yet. No. So I'm gonna get out and move on, change it up while the getting's good. Hopefully just all together change our fortunes. Yeah. But it's hard to change your fortunes doing anything when you sit at shippers and receivers for over 4 hours of your day. And it was the same company on both ends. So I gather from that, they suck in every town. It's just a paper mill thing. I don't know what it is. They just can't stand going to them to pick up or to deliver. I don't know. We're going to get on down the road and find a parking spot, and I'll close out with you guys in a little bit, and I've got some music for you guys. Something I think is pretty good that I ran across over the weekend. So hang out for just a little bit longer, and I'll get back with you. I'll try to not be so frazzled this time, and if I have any cute little campy sayings like bugs and windshields and, you know, sometimes you're the dog, sometimes you're the hydrant, whatever, I'll try and get it right this time. Yes. But see you in a bit. Hang out. What's up, y'all? I am at the Wal Mart in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, down here on the other side of Monteagle. A lot of you are probably familiar with it and have probably parked here. And as you can see, there's a bunch of trucks parked there. They're not going to be parked there much longer. They have started not allowing trucks to park here anymore. And if you get on Trucker's Path and read the reviews, there's a parking management company that is coming through here at night and throwing those barnacle things on the windshields here. They started, I parked at the McDonald's over here. You can still park at the McDonald's, but you can't park in the rest of the shopping center. And they do have signs posted and everything. You can apparently get away with it just for shopping for a little bit, but you cannot park here really overnight much anymore without getting one of those barnacles thrown in your window for a $1,000 fee to take it off. Get on Trucker Path and look at the reviews for this Walmart now. That's a whole bunch of drivers have pictures and personal experiences with it. So just a heads up, on I-24 at the Walmart in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, they've put the kibosh on it. We have ruined yet another parking place out here on these roads. Good going, drivers. Who is that man with the messy hair and no hat on? It's me. They're your favorite rock and roll trucker. I'm here. You saw my clip. You saw where I'm parked at. Over here at by the Walmart in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee. Parked at the McDonald's. Loophole. Not many spaces there, but it's not in the shopping center parking lot apparently, which they are. I can't. I've been coming here using that parking lot to shop and very rarely, occasionally take a nap in or something. It's always been close to home, but that parking lot's been open to truckers for as long as I've been truck driving. Way before then. I'm sure a lot of you have used it too. It's kind of a bummer that's gone. Anyways, we're done with our day. We have no clue what we're doing tomorrow. We had a lot of time wasted today. We tried to capture some more last minute end of pay period revenue. That didn't work out for the better. But we're here. We went and had dinner at one of mine and Aaron's favorite little Mexican restaurants over here in the shopping center, just right across the parking lot over there. I wish he was here and we could have gone to that together, but I digress. I'm using that term now. I used it again earlier in the video. She's not here. So I went and had dinner, walked around down the shopping center down to the Wal Mart and got me a couple of things I needed, some water and a couple of little doodads, which includes chocolate. Yeah, we needed some dark chocolate. I found some great value dark chocolate made with oat milk, so it doesn't have the dairy portion in it, and it is delicious and easy on the tummy. Yeah, we're not gonna yak at you too long. I just wanted to get a music recommendation in because I've been a little slacking on that lately. Can't have the rock and roll trucker. You can't go by that name and not talk about music sometime. But I ran across it over the weekend. The band The Police, Sting, Andy Summers, Stuart Copeland, one of the great power trios of all time, one of the great just trio bands of all time. Famously, they got to their album Synchronicity in 1983 at the peak of their popularity. They were one of the biggest bands on the planet. They felt like they had done all they wanted to do, and they wanted to take a break from that life, and they called it quits as a band. They never recorded anything else together and went years and years and years and years and years without ever playing together again. And then eventually they did a tour around 2007, 2008, and I ran across a full pro shot recorded video of one of those full concerts from 2008. It was the Police live in Tokyo, I think at the Tokyo Dome, 2008. Completely 100% professional pro shot show with immaculate sound. And they are on top of their games. Like, they'd had all those many years. They were already so talented in their prime, and they just, all three individually kept progressing as musicians. And they got back together after all those years, and they sounded like they'd never missed a beat and were even better than ever, skill-wise. And really good concert with an amazing set list. Now, if you were ever into the Police, man, that's a good one to check out. The Police live from Tokyo Dome 2008. Whole entire thing's up on YouTube. Go pull that up. Play it in the background over your Bluetooth in the car while you're driving along. You don't even have to see it. You can just listen to it as audio. And you can probably, there may be a live album of that out. I got to look a little further and see. I hadn't looked on Spotify or YouTube Music or anything like that to see if they actually released that as an album. But if they did, find that too. One way or the other, play that concert. Listen to it. It's amazingness. That's my recommendation. I'm going to get off of here, finish watching my TV show, and I'm going to go to bed, get up in the morning, and waste more time waiting to figure out where we're going. Wherever I'm going, you're going, because I'm going to take you with me. I'll put my hat back on. Nobody needs to see that. But I do have hair. Y'all might not have known. Y'all might not have known that. I don't know if you did. And it's got a little. I got a lot of it. More than you'd think. More than you'd think, hiding under that hat all the time. But yes, I'll be sure to put the hat back on for you. But time to get off of here. Time to think about sleep. You guys get a good nap, because we're most likely going to have some good driving to do tomorrow. When, I don't know. Where, I don't know. But we will be doing it. And I need you in the jump seat. I need a navigator. That's you. So, let's go to call it quits. Let's think about bed. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever your shift may be right now. I don't know. Whatever it is, have a good one. And we will see you guys tomorrow.